Hi, I'm Jim with Strictly on Security, and today I'm going to talk to you about the risks of using public Wi-Fi access points. Now, pretty much anywhere you go, you can generally gain access to the internet through Wi-Fi. And if you go to, for example, a coffee shop, you pull out your laptop, almost immediately you can gain access to the internet. Same things with airports, hotels, really public parks, anywhere. The problem comes into when you have to pay. Now again, when it's free, it works out really nice. However, it's not going to always be free, especially with hotels. In those cases, there's generally some sort of a fee associated with it. Now, when you run into a situation where you're going to have to pay for Wi-Fi access, odds are you're going to open up your laptop, you're going to get a list of access points, and you're going to click on the first one, and then you're going to see how much are they charging. And maybe the first one comes up and they're charging $12.99. So you go, I'll bet I can do better. So you scroll through the list and you find another access point, and that one's only $9.99. And you go, okay, it's a little better. And then maybe you find a third access point, and that one's only $2.99. You go, all right, I mean, internet's internet. Why not go with the cheapest access point available? So you select the $2.99. Unfortunately, criminals have realized that people have this desire for a better rate and don't want to pay $12.99 for internet access. So what they've begun doing is offering access points at a much less expensive rate, say $2.99. But ultimately what they're planning on doing is stealing your credit card information. So here's how this scam works. Criminals will create a Wi-Fi access point and they'll give it a name like cheap internet or cheap Wi-Fi. And their hope is that you'll click on that because you see the word cheap. So you click on it and your computer connects to the internet. However, when you bring up your web browser and you actually try to browse out anywhere, no matter where you try to go, it's going to first redirect you to their site. And when you connect to their site, it's going to bring up a page that's going to say, hey, for this internet access, you need to pay $2.99. And you go, $2.99 is not that bad. So you go ahead and enter in your name, your address, your credit card number, and the expiration date. And hit go, in about 1 or 2 seconds, it comes back and says you've been approved, and suddenly now you have full internet access. Of course, behind the scenes, what's really going on is the criminal has just stolen your credit card information. Because technically you're using the criminal's Wi-Fi access point, the criminal also has access to attack your computer and in some cases even monitor everything you're doing online. Now, to protect yourself from this type of scam, there are a few things you can do. The first thing, and probably the most simple, if you're at a hotel, plug into the internet via a cable. A lot of times the hotels will give you an actual cable that you can plug into your laptop and plug directly into their network. By doing that, you know without a doubt you are hooked up to their network and you're not potentially on some rogue access point where you're going to get ripped off. If you're going to use a Wi-Fi access point, make sure you know where you're connecting. For example, if you're at a hotel, call down to the front desk and say, hey, I want to use Wi-Fi. What's the name of the access point? And they'll tell you the name. So now you're going to see that on your list in your computer. Click on that one and you know you're really connecting where you're supposed to. Same thing if you're at a Starbucks or at a restaurant or anywhere else. Ask somebody who's in charge, what is the name of the access point? And then use that access point. So that way you ensure you're connecting to something that's legitimate. And those are probably obvious by now. Just because it's less expensive doesn't mean you should select that one. You want to make sure that the site you connect to is a site you can truly trust. So again, if it's offered at $2.99 and the hotel's offering it for $12.99, while you might have to pay an extra $10, you might be saving yourself a lot of headaches in the future. Wi-Fi access can be extremely convenient and definitely can make your life easier. That said, it does come with some additional risk. So you need to make sure you understand, just because it's a better price doesn't mean it's a better deal. As always, spend a little time, do a little research, and protect yourself so you don't become the next victim of identity theft. I'm Jim for Strictly on Security. Have a great day.